obviously it's been if you look back, it's been a year now.
Yep. Basically.
Since Beijing, and obviously a lot has happened, but, I guess the first thing I just want to ask about is, do you think about the fact that it's been a year, and do you look back at it still, or?
Oh, especially this last. I just came back from Belgrade, and the people that were there, we had 4 previous Olympians, 3 that went to the last games, and everybody was like, "Yeah, it's been a year."
Sure.
And there's still more competitions going on. This weekend is Worlds. 2 weeks from now is the Tri meet in London, and then London Short Course, which is another big meet. But yeah, it has been a year, and things have changed sometimes. Well, some ways in a good way, some ways in a not so good way. But yeah, it's been a interesting thing seeing what it's like as a rebuilding year.
Well, yeah, I mean, before you were always building up to it, and now it's okay. You're 1 of 4. Like, the way you pace yourself, you're always looking to peak for the big meet. There's been big meets in the past year, but now that you've been to the biggest one, do they all seem sort of, different?
It is different, but more in the way that the focus for these meets isn't as big as, last year's with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Leading up to the Olympics, all you thought about for that whole year was one thing: making the team and going to the games.
Sure.
Now it's become, what's next? What's the next step?
Yeah.
What do I have to do so that 4 years from now or 3 years from now, I'm ready for the next games?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to remember your times where, I don't know, your personal best off the top of your head. Maybe let's skip it. Your 50 is what?
22:42.
And your 100 is?
49.50. Oh no, 49.42.
Okay. And in Belgrade, you were
49.53 was the fastest I went in Belgrade.
Right.
Which was the cut to make the Olympics last year on the relay. So making that time after having taken 3 months off the start of the year and not having started right away.
Right.
It was definitely a good. It was a good thing to see that I could still make that time with having not maybe put in as much focus of time.
How close were you to making the next round for that?
Well, I did make semifinals in the 100.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I made semifinals. I missed the final, but it was basically, if I had gone my best times, I would have been in the mix in the final. But things did change, not only with training, but with other people having different suits, and there's a whole suit fiasco going on right now. So
next,
yeah.
So that's obviously the next thing to talk about. And obviously you've had some time in the super high tech suits. You obviously swam a lot of time before that without them. Did they help you much?
Well, I do like the laser. In all honesty, I don't think it's that big a difference from the previous generation of suits.
Right.
The new suits that have come out now are a little bit different. I still don't know how they're legal, and because they were legal, not legal, were legal.
Yeah.
So I think it's very interesting to see swimmers' reactions to those suits at the meets and say, well, what suit were they wearing? And it sucks that it has to be what suit were they wearing, not what did they do this year to train.
Yeah.
But you can't do a lot about that.
It almost feels a bit like what's going on. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not the same. A bit like what's going on in baseball with steroids. And Albert Pujols hits a whole bunch of home runs, and is he or isn't he?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to look past when there's been some sort of controversy. Look past the actual accomplishment itself.
Yeah. And that happens a lot, especially when there is new suits that come out. And the same thing happened after they brought out the first generation of basket. So many world records were broken, and we said, well, it's got to be the suits. Well, you think maybe there was a change in thought? Yeah. Some of these suits, it might be like corking the bat.
Right.
You just never know.
Right. So what are you using now then?
I'm still wearing the laser, same thing I was at the Olympics.
Okay.
So for me, seeing the times, staying the same or improving is a measure of me improving, not of a product that
it might or might not do. Yeah. I seem to remember, and I'm sure I'm off base on this. don't those things take like 15 minutes just to get into?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially the first time, you're gonna take a half hour, and with the new jacket suits, they're longer than that. Like, you have to cover your body in baby powder so that you don't stick to the suit as you come out. And it is a process, and if you're not careful, you put your hand through your suit. And it happens.
And those expensive suits too.
They're $500.
Yeah.
I mean, people were buying them and put a big hole through the butt, just trying to get it over, and that's the hardest part. And then you've just lost $500 and your confidence for your race maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So it does cause some issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least your head's not green
Anymore.
Okay, so just to give folks the background on this, I mean, you always shaved down, right? And there's something in the water, you think?
Yeah, the indoor pool in Serbia. I mean, the pools were made for the first World Championships back, I don't know, the 70s or something.
Right.
And so they've been retrofitted a little bit, but something in the indoor pool is turning people, and certain people only, not everybody,
right,
skin green.
Okay.
So I had not shaved my head yet, and I went ahead and shaved my head after having swum in the pool for a few days.
Right.
My head was green, like toxic, all green.
So, okay, probably a lot of good nicknames. I saw there was one on Facebook that was Green Hornet. I like that one.
So there weren't a lot of nicknames that came out, but I was just happy to see that it wasn't only me that it was happening to, because then I was a little less self-conscious.
But it's gone now, right?
It's gone.
It's just the video. Prove it.
Gone.
Gone. Okay, good. This is why we have videos. Very important.
Very important.
And I guess I'm sure there's lots of cool things you get to do when you're basically some people look at it as on vacation for you it's work.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of time to have fun things like that. I mean, I know was Budweiser party or whatever at the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean
the complete gong show.
That was the second week of the Olympics, and I mean whenever you're not competing at the games, you have time off and you're on vacation.
Yeah.
This last trip, I didn't have that opportunity. We were competing in the second week instead of the first week.
So you got there in the second?
We got there in the first, so we had time to adjust. But it was training. We took one bus trip around downtown. An hour and a half of riding around, seeing the city from the bus. But it wasn't walking around exploring that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.